on your instructions, the first thing you need to do is put the contact information in a header. And the advantage to using a header for all of this information is the header is something that is going to print on the top of every single page. Where if you had multiple pages, right now you see that contact information isn't here. The same thing with a footer. If you had a footer, it would print on every page and you don't have to keep typing it. So in order to do this, you have to get into the header. And you can do that one of two ways. You can use your Insert tab, and over here towards the right-hand side is the header. So when you click that header, you can tell it what kind of header it is you want. So if you want something fancy, go through the Insert and the header. If you don't, the easiest way to get into the header is just by double-clicking up here at the top of the page. You see the break between the header and the name. So and then see how this is all gray? You cannot work in the header and in the body of the document at the same time. So what we need to do is go back down to the body of the document, highlight all of this information, your contact information. Go up here to either one of several ways. You can go up here to the cut command in the clipboard group, or what you can do is right click on your mouse. There is cut, but the easier way, a shortcut, is to hit Control, hold down your Control key and hit X. That cuts whatever information you have. Now we're going to go up to the header, and we can go back to the Home tab and we can copy it, paste it. We already copied it. So if we right click, we can paste it. There's several different ways that you can paste. See, I'm going to scroll over these. This keeps the formatting that we had before. Keep the source formatting. See those quick tips? The next one is to merge the formatting, which is going to take it back to the original formatting. And then you can take it in as a picture, or you can keep the text only. What we want to do is keep the source formatting. So we can click on that for the source formatting. Now, the next thing that we want to do, so now we have it in the header. And let me show you. If we go down here to page 2, there it is. Okay, so that's what a header does for you, or the footer. Now the next thing we need to do is the border. And if you look at the example, there is a line under Ken Camacho's email address. So all you have to do a border, and what that is if you click on the borders here, it's the bottom border. But what we want to do is go down to borders and shading, because this border, we want it in the header, under the email address, and we want it 2 1/4 inch width. So the width here, what the width does is tells us how bold we want it, how dark. See how dark it is there? Now, you can do it on all sides of the text, but we only want it on the bottom. So I'm going to click OK. There's your bottom border. Now what I want to show you here, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to show you a couple different borders. If I highlight this whole paragraph and I go into borders and I tell it all borders, there we get lines around the entire paragraph. But if we go down to borders and shading again, there are two options here, regular borders and page borders. If I want to do a border around the whole page, I can choose whatever border I want, and I'm not going to leave this. But you see here, here's a different one, and it goes all the way around the page. If I only wanted it top and bottom, I would click on those lines. But I want it all the way around the whole document. I could do the whole document or just a section, whatever I want. And I can make it real This one automatically comes very wide. This is really cool. If you go to the art, I could do apples around the whole page. Or I could do palm trees around the page. And I'm going to do this just to show you. Then I'll remove it. See there, I've got palm trees and they were all the way around the page, including the border. Now, I really don't want that on a resume, so I'm going to hold my control key down and I'm going to press Z. And that is the same as using your undo button. So control Z is a shortcut there. Now, the last thing in this video is I want the alignment. So if you look at the sample, the name, I'm going to go back into the border, double clicking. If the name in the header is left aligned, all other information here, these 4 lines are right aligned. So when I highlight these 4 lines, go up here in the paragraph group, and you've got left aligned, center aligned, and right aligned. So center aligned would put that information in the center. Right aligned would be here. So all of this contact information is right aligned. So that's enough for one video. What I do want to show you is I want to show you on the WordLab 2 instructions. I should have had this up, I'm sorry. Just a moment, let me get the right file up. Directions WordLab 2. Here we go. And just like on WordLab 1, what we've done on the instructions, what we're done, is if you take a look at this file, and I'm going to expand it. Here's all the things that I just did. The header, the border, the alignment, and we're going to do columns in another video. But if you look at the sample of what it should look like, here we are. So those are all aligned the way that they should be. Okay, so I'll leave that up for the next video. And we'll see you in the next video.